Hello, James. My wife's parents have been trying to get out of Ukraine for the past 2 days. They managed to get through the border last night to Slovakia.
Okay.
Because they couldn't get through on the Polish side. There was Russian tanks there. And, it's just quite difficult. They are currently with her grandfather, who's 88 years old. He's got cancer. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, Dean. Take all the time you want.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay.
So they're currently with my grandfather. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear. If I can't hear you, I'll tell you, Dean. All right?
Okay. So
Okay.
I do apologise.
That's all right.
They got through the Slovakian border last night. We've been trying for days to try and find information about how we can bring them to the UK.
Yes.
There's no information at all. There's no way of getting through to the Home Office. The visa people did not answer the phone until 2 days ago.
Seriously.
I think on the second they put a number out, there is a website or a link on a page. You call the number to get someone that's very sympathetic on the phone. I get that. But they can give you no information. There's no refugee status that they can come to any port and claim that. We're told that they should go get a hotel, or can I put them up in an apartment somewhere? And we will phone you back in a couple of days once we've got something set up.
Good grief.
There's no any other information. They don't know. They don't know what's going to happen. No, they can't come through because they don't have a visa, but we'll have to go through the visa process.
Right.
We know about friends that are going to Warsaw, and they're literally going into the embassy there and having to pay for visas. You know, now these can be, when we talk about UK visas, it costs a lot of money.
Yes.
My wife is beside herself. You know, we've got a dying man with cancer on the road, and we just don't know what to do. We can't get them back to the UK.
What would happen? Do you know what would happen? Could they get up? I mean, if they got to Bratislava, could they hop on a plane? I mean, or do you need to have the right paperwork before you?
We're told they will not be allowed in.
So even if they got to Heathrow, they'd be arrested by Priti Patel's stormtroopers.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think they'll be allowed on the plane to get to Heathrow. It's ridiculous. Whatever she said in Parliament is absolutely crap. We're not doing anything and nothing's set up. We've just got to sit here and wait. And we just don't know what to do. We have no idea what to do. Her mother is beside us.
Have they found somewhere to sleep?
Absolutely everything, James.
They've left everything behind in Ukraine.
Everything. They've got nothing.
Dean.
My father-in-law's got the trousers he's been in for the last 4 days when they've been travelling through Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know, they've had to beg for petrol. You know, people are being nice in Europe. People are being nice in Poland and everything. It's just that, you know, we're the only family they've got. They need to get back and we need to get hold of them.
Yeah.
We just can't do it. We just don't know what to do. We're sitting here beside ourselves.
And this is precisely the circumstance in which you'd expect the Home Office to be able to help.
Yeah, when I spoke to the guy on the immigration line last night, or the border force line, he was almost in tears. He said, "I've had hundreds of calls."
He must have been speaking to people like you all day.
I don't know what else to say to you.
Yeah. And that, I mean, have they found? I don't answer questions you don't want to answer, obviously. But have they got somewhere to sleep? Are they okay? I mean, have they got accommodation?
We found somewhere for them to stay.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
That's for a day. I mean, you know, I don't know whether to start trying to get them to get into different places across Europe and we slowly bring them on. You know, they've got their Ukrainian car with them.
He stood up in the House of Commons on was it Tuesday and literally said that people like this would be able to come here.
It is BS. It is BS.
Thank you for your diplomacy. Nothing. Thank you for your diplomacy.
Yes. There's nothing going on here. There's nothing this side of here. I mean, you know, we're talking about what's happening with Ukrainian refugees. Well, I don't think any are coming in at the moment, and I'm not too sure when they're going to come in. I mean, they're clearly not going to have any refugee status here, from what I'm hearing. This is visa status, not refugees.
No, they're going to have to do something, but too little, too late, and then claim that it was a brilliant idea all along seems to be the modus operandi, which, you know, it's worked with vaccines, it's worked with economic recovery, they're trying it with refugees, they're even trying it with sanctions, but it's no comfort to you. And you've got to get back to hitting the phones, but what about people who haven't got any contacts here? What about people who are stuck in a foreign city with no real lifeline to further west? You know,
I don't know. I mean, I will say that the Polish, Hungarian,
Yes.
Slovakians, they are doing so much out there. They really are. Friends that have come through the border into Poland,
Yes.
they're opening up their houses.
Well, we spoke to Pavel. We spoke to Pavel yesterday, who was on the Polish border with Ukraine. He'd flown out from Twickenham, but just to help with the people he described as his Ukrainian brothers. But I don't know what the opposite of world beating is, Dean. But it would be an apt description of Boris Johnson's government with reference to refugees like your. Did you ever think you'd hear the phrase "refugees like your mother-in-law"?
Never. You know what? I've got to live with the fact that the place that we have there, the house that we have just outside Kiev, the apartments that are in Kiev, everything they've worked for, their retirement, everything has gone, James.
Yeah.
Everything has gone. The house that was in Basilikov was where the refinery was. Never going to be able to go back there. That was my father-in-law's dream. It was everything to him. He put everything into that. They've got nothing, absolutely nothing.
Well,
and I can't even bring them here. I can't even bring them here, just to comfort an old man, to comfort my mother, to make sure she's safe. It's hard enough with other family over there that are still stuck in Kiev that can't come out. But, it's
they've got out and they're stuck. Well, I wish you well. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not going to start trying to reassure you with false promises or anything like that, but it may not be.